Hi, I'm Katrina Villonco, student from SPCP, and I'm here to ask you questions for a research class. What is your name and what school do you go to?
I'm Camille Villonco and I study in Ateneo de Manila University and I'm taking up BS Management.
My first question would be, share your research experience.
So my research experience started grade 7. We had a research paper about students in St. Paul. So it was quite simple that time. But it got harder when we got to high school because we studied about the curriculum of K-12. And when I got to college, there were a lot more research papers. But they were okay naman because we get to pick the class. We get to pick their group mates in some classes, and we also get to pick the topics that were interesting to us. We went to the library a lot because most of our sources had to be from books, newspapers, journals, and not from websites. Because that's what most students like to do. They like to look for the shortcuts and just Google it. And it really makes a big deal when you research on something interesting and if your group mates are hardworking. So far, I've been lucky with my research group mates because I got to pick them and the topics were interesting.
Second would be, give advice or tips on how to ensure success in research.
First, you have to make sure you actually know and understand your topic. And you have to make sure also you have a timetable so that you can get enough sources for researching, make enough time for methodologies and for writing the paper itself. And for editing it also, you have to make sure you make notes, make an outline, and make sure you read everything you found because sometimes they're not even related to the topic. And you just pick it because it sounds like the title makes sense to the paper. Then you also have to make sure you make a good thesis statement because that's the basis of your whole paper. And make sure you cite your sources properly or you're going to be plagiarizing.
Last, share your opinion on what quality or skill a good researcher must possess.
First, you have to be curious on your topic because if you're not curious on your topic, it's going to make it harder for you to research on what you have to research. You have to be committed because you'll be working on it for a long time. So you have to be ready for that. And you have to learn how to love your topic because you're going to be committed to it for the whole time. So aside from commitment, you have to be hardworking because, like I said, it's a long time. You have to make sure you manage your time properly and work well with your group mates. You have to make sure also you're systematic. You have to make sure you have enough time to check your papers and make sure you make it to the deadline. And the bonus would be like you have a good writing skill and your grammar is properly edited. That's it.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Katrina Villonco, student from SPCP, and I'm here to ask you questions for a research class. First would be, what is your name and your profession?
I'm Hazel Perez Villonco and I'm a businesswoman.
My first question is, share your research experience.
Well, like all students, I started doing research grade school and high school, but I remember it more thoroughly during high school. So we'd research in the library in St. Paul, Pasig, or normally we'd continue at home, so with our encyclopedias. And unlike now when you have Google, we'd rely on Encyclopedia Britannica, Collier, and all those others. So if my library, my encyclopedia didn't have it, I'd go to my neighbor or my friend's house. Otherwise, we'd rely solely on libraries for research or interviews.
Next, give advice or tips on how to ensure success in research.
Well, research, first of all, you have to be very patient. It's very important that you're patient, concise, thorough. Well, first of all, you have to have what you want in mind in particular. Like given during our time, when you go to the library, you won't necessarily find the documents you need. So persistence, patience, very important. You have to be detailed, you have to know exactly what you need. And you have to be creative in going around things you have to research on if you don't find exactly what you want. So hard work, discipline, patience is very important.
Next, share your opinion on what quality or skill a good researcher must
Well,
possess.
exactly as I just said. First of all, you have to be very thorough. Again, discipline, patient, you have to persevere, and if you can't find what you find, you interview people in the required fields.